My name is Uchaya Jimmy, and Uchaya is my tribal name. I'm here to share my story with you. I was born in the northern region of Uganda, in Bulu district. I lived through this war. I'm a member of the Invisible Children Scholarship Program, and I was at 5 years old. And 5 years later, the LRA raided my village, and they abducted me and 4 of my cousins. And one of my cousins was tortured right in front of us, and he was released immediately after realizing that he had tuberculosis illness. And we were taken into captivity, where I spent 2 weeks before we were rescued by the government soldiers. And I was tied up with a rope to 2 other boys of my same size who had also been abducted from my same village. And while we were crossing the road, we entered an ambush laid in by the government soldiers, and a firefight broke in between the government soldiers and the LRA.
Okay, so we're a group of students who are just really passionate about Invisible Children and just promoting it, especially on a campus where a lot of people may not know about it. And we're sponsored by Campus Crusade for Christ and Wisconsin Association of Black Men.
Cool, and I am Zach. I'm with Invisible Children, the nonprofit organization. And why is it important to be here tonight? Well, we are here because we are the voice of the voiceless, with the students in Uganda that don't have a voice. And being here at this screening helps you be a better advocate on how you can know that your voice is loud and they can hear it.
You see, the story of northern Uganda is full of despicable horrors. From the throwing of babies into rivers by the children who have been abducted, to hacking down to death your very own. You see, there is a generation which we call the first kill your family generation, where kids tell you that the rebels rolled into my home. And that night, I remember as they were killing people, they were wiping the machete off my head. The blood was being wiped off my head. I remember they tied my dad, and they kicked me around as I refused to do what they told me. And then, until I struck at him, until he died. So many children are like that, who are living with this guilt in them, not knowing how to deal with it. Because, you know, whenever we are growing, we grow from the level of dependence, where you can't be until somebody is supporting you. Until you reach that level of independence where you say, I'm 18, and I can do whatever I feel like doing. Until you own up your choices at 18. Then you reach a level where you realize, okay, I may be able to make my own choices, but I need somebody else. That is interdependence. But these kids never ever go beyond dependence. Because at the age of 9, you are depending on your parents. You watched them die right in front of you, and now you don't even have the power to choose what to do and what not to do. Because they tell you kill, you have to kill. Burn this family, you burn it. Tie up this person, you go ahead and do it. And they have lived their entire lives like this.
Hi, my name is Tara, and it was about a year ago that I was sitting in your guys' seats. I received a flyer to come see an Invisible Children event. I had no idea what that was, but I randomly ended up coming, and I saw one of the documentaries that was presented that night, and found out for the first time in my entire life about this conflict. And I was pretty much in shock that something had been going on for longer than my entire life, and I had never heard of it. And I realized in that night the potential and the importance of my own action. And, you know, we do this every day. We go, as roadies, we go to presentations in the morning at high schools, we go to universities at night, we go to churches on the weekend, and we continue to spread the story and let people know what's going on. But we're not just here to bring awareness. We're not just here to show you guys a movie or to let you know about another conflict going on in the world, because awareness is nothing more than knowledge until we compare it with an action. When we can bridge that gap and finally actually do something about what's going on, that is when change starts to happen. And it has been happening, and it's going to continue to happen, but it's going to take our commitment to taking an action on it.
Okay, so my name is Evan. I attended the Go documentary tonight by Invisible Children, and it's just talking about the conflict in Uganda, Africa, and essentially just sending a message of just doing something about it and the ability for us to go.
I really liked it. I want to do it.
Yeah,
like I saw it and
too.
I was like, I want to go now. But yeah, it just inspired me to want to go there. It's like a crazy thing. Like one minute I'm just chilling, like studying, and then the next I want to like go help people in Uganda. But that's how powerful it was for me.
Yeah, I agree.
My name's John. I also attended the Go by Visible Children. I think it was really interesting to see how such little contributions can do such a big difference, make a big difference for people living over there and just changing lives by just, a simple dollar, sending them to school and just giving them a future, something to look forward to and just be happy.